Hello, Rolando. My name is Sean Everett. I am the website analysis expert over at Zucker Marketing. And thanks for talking with Eric. He sent your website over to me for analysis, and I hope I'm going to be able to help you. I hope I'm going to give you some handy tips, and all of these things are things you could do yourself. Um, now, the first thing I'm going to show you is that you have a great website. I mean, there's nothing untoward about it at all. It's a beautiful website. And I'm not really interested in that. The aesthetics are just a question of personal taste. So that doesn't interest me. What interests me are the guts of your website. I use a tool to look at websites that shows me a bunch of the interior of it. It's called Ahrefs. I'll get back to that in a minute. The next thing I'm going to show you is a Google search. And here I put Roofers Falls Church. There we go. You can see this first group here. We call the map pack. Those are attached to a map. And the way that these folks have got there was by going to Google and filling out a Google business profile. Real simple to do. I don't know if you've done it. If you haven't, go do it, because it'll ask you like what year your business started. It'll do the math in say 5+ years. It'll ask you what your hours are by day. There's some tick boxes to fill in. Go and fill out absolutely every blank that is on that business profile, because Google thinks the more thorough you are, the better you are as a roofer. It's true. It's stupid, but it's true. If you're more thorough at filling out their forms, you're going to be a better roofer. So now that's part of the algorithm that Google uses. It's easier for you to go and do that by yourself because you have all the information, not a hard thing to do. Now, underneath the map pack, we have what we call the organic search results. And these are the search results that are totally determined by the Google algorithm. The Google algorithm wants its search customers, if you will, to have the most relevant results. So it's going to have an order that it wants to show them in. Right now, Angie's List is at the top, then Yelp, and then the next thing is Summit Roofing. They are the first roofing company all by itself that's not part of a greater list of companies. So I'm going to call Summit Roofing your biggest Google competitor. Here's their website. I'm going to do something right now. I'm going to take your website, select all, copy. I'm going to paste this into this word counter here. You have 901 words. I'm going to go to Summit, do the same thing, select all. Oh, what did I do? Oh, there we go. Select all, copy, and then paste it into a website. There we go. Again, oh, that's not them, that's you. Hold on one second. I'm going to do this the right way. Wouldn't that be nice? There we go. Copy and paste. Here we go. Select all, paste. They have 1,108 words. And that means they win. You only have 900. They have more than you. That's the way that algorithms work. And the truth is, though, that Google would prefer that you have 1,500 words. Even if you wanted to beat these guys and only go to 1109, Google really wants you to have 1,500 in order to really consider you legitimate business in your category. And all words are not equal. It's not like you can just put the word the 1,500 times and get away with it. You need to have relevant words. And relevant words are words that are used in your industry. If you were in a bakery industry, you would have the word bread and donut a lot. If you're in the roofing industry, so you're going to have roof tiles, membrane roofs. You're going to have gutters, those sorts of things. And that's what words, how the words are more equal, better to have on your website than others. Now, here's that tool I was telling you about, Ahrefs. Now, this is the strength of your website, the DR. You have 15 out of 100. That's not so bad. And this is the strength of your target's backlink. You are the target, the backlink compared to the profiles of other websites in your category. Here are the backlinks specifically. I'll get back to that in a bit. Here are keywords. We'll talk about that next. And then here's traffic. Now, since we were talking about all words are not equal, keywords is what I was referring to. Here is Summit's summary on Ahrefs. What did you have? They have 14, you have 15. You actually beat them in that category. Backlinks, they have 1,100. They beat you. Keywords, they have 1,500. They beat you. Traffic, they have 200. This is the one that matters the most. I'll come back to why. So the first thing I'm going to show you is the organic search words. These are actual searches that people have used to find roofers in your area, in Falls Church. They'll type in, well, Summit Roofing, they're looking for Summit, but roofing Northern Virginia, roofing companies in Virginia, roofing contractors in Virginia, roofing Northern VA. You can read it yourself. And all of these are just variations on a theme. Some will say roofing, some will say roofers, some will say company, some will say companies, some will say Northern Virginia, some will just say Virginia. The more of these key links, key words, and key phrases that you have that actually match a web search, the more you're going to show up in that person's results. That's just the bottom line. You're going to show up more if you match more of what they're looking for. And you can do that yourself. You can go and figure out how to get all of these words in to make up to your 1,500. There's lots of ways of achieving that. You don't have to do it by writing, a whole bunch of paragraphs at the bottom. I'm going to show you this. This photo here, if I go to Save Image As, it's going to show me the name of this image. It's called DSC0025 Scaled. So that can be called something different. That could be called Best Roofer in Falls Church. It doesn't have to be called that. It can be renamed. And it's just something that your website designer did when they were making your website. So, and they were making your website because they wanted a beautiful website, not because they were worried about where you're going to end up in a Google search result. Your website is a tool for you to get more money, to have a better business. And if it's not giving you more customers, then it's not a good tool. And unfortunately, you have to play ball with Google and their algorithm. So what you want to do is create a website that has a bunch of these keywords in there so that it will look it up. Now, the next thing I'm going to show you is the backlinks. That was what I showed you here. You have 375. Summit has 1,100. So they're above you by 3-4 times. The backlinks are other sites that refer to your website. Now, these are all ranked. It's that DR number again I was telling you about. The DR rating shows the strength of the domain's backlink profile. That means more people actually click on it to get information. So the higher the number, the more people have clicked on it to find information out. Homestead.com, yellowpages.com, local yahoo.com, superpages, all of those refer back to Summit Roofing. And a lot of times Summit Roofing went over there or had their company go over there and type in their information into Homestead, into Yellow Pages. I don't think there's any cost to go into most of these. Certainly not Yahoo. You just go and you fill out information. Say, this is my business. Here's where it's located. This is what we do. You want a bunch of backlinks because the Google algorithm thinks that the more people that are talking about you, the more important you are. So you could have a really crap roofing company, and if you satisfy all of the algorithm that Google has, you're going to be listed at the top. It has nothing to do with how good you are, but it does have to do with how many people are going to click. Some guy with a Cheeto in his left hand and a mouse in the right is going to scroll down about this far when it first stops naturally. And that's where it has related searches. Now, I'm just going to look through here generally. I don't see you in there. And that's a shame because you have a great website. I'm sure you do quality work. You have a lot of options for people. You have financing. And you have a devoted team to work on the roofs. So having this website work for you is the purpose of my analysis. Now, all of these things are things you can do yourself. You can go and you can look up the various key phrases by typing in different web search results. For instance, if I go here and I type in Falls Church companies, it's going to see how it does this this pre-fill out. It already knows that people are going to potentially type this next. That's predictive word search. So if I were to go and type in that, you can do that, and it will show you all the different permutations that people will type in order to find roofers, or how roofers can fall through a roof, which is crazy. I don't know why people would be looking at that. But you can do that yourself. You can go and get on all these other websites yourself. I will tell you, it's not hard, but it is time consuming, very time consuming. I'm going to assume that you want to spend your time roofing versus figuring out what your competitors' keywords are and key phrases, or what websites they're listed on. And that's where I'm certain that Eric can help you out. If this is of interest to you, give Eric a call, and he can tell you what the next steps are. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I've given you some tips that work for you, and have a great day.